Question everything. For the truth shall not be televised. So with that, anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic, anti. What is that about? And how do that work? And what is the narrative behind being anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism? What is the real reality of it? And who falls under that category and under that line? And how do you know a white person from a Jewish person? What's the difference? These are questions that, some of us just ask and wonder. Because at the end of the day, they look the same. They look like white folks to me. So what's the reality behind it? And how do it work? And is asking questions anti-Semitic? If wanting to understand something because you're not sure about it, anti-Semitism? Because these are questions that need to be answered because we're trying to figure out what's really going on with the word and how it's utilized when it comes to dealing with other nations. For we don't know. If you've seen white folks walking down the street, do you know what area of reality that they're from? Can you tell a white person is Scottish or Italian or French or Polish or German or you name it just by seeing them? Because these are some of the questions that need to be answered, because at the end of the day, how do you know the difference when you see a Jew and you see a white person? What stands out other than them being white? Well, I don't know. This is why I'm asking the question. More on the educational side to understand the reality behind what is anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism. Can we all grasp the thought on that reality of seeing someone walking down the street and automatically knowing who they are? It's no different from seeing a Muslim, or a Christian, or a Jehovah's Witness. How do you know the difference if they don't tell you? Or if they're not dressed in the cloth that represents that actual area of occupation or religion? How would you know? Well, these are questions, because at the end of the day, in order to hate someone, you first got to be able to identify the person that you're going to hate. But if you can't identify them, then how can you claim you're being hated or claim you're hating them in that sense? Well, these are thoughts, because at the end of the day, if you line them all up, white folks from different countries and different areas, and they don't tell you which countries and which areas they're from, wouldn't they just be white folks? Same thing with Negroes. Same thing with Asians. Same thing with Africans. Same thing. If you just line them up, how would you know he's from Nigeria, she's from Guyana, and so on? These are just realities. These are questions that need to be answered in order to understand how anti-Semitic and anti-Semitism is actually being pushed out of the people every day against a certain set class of people without knowing who those people are or being able to point those people out. If they just are in a suit and tie walking down the street looking regular, dressed regular every day, how would you know if they're not in their attire? Well, I don't know. And I don't understand. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.